Hey guys, buckle up because today we're diving into something that could be one of the most exciting announcements for Street Outlaws fans in years. The OG Outlaws are back. That's right, Doc, Monza, Dominator, and more are hitting the streets again. And not just for a reunion. We're talking about real racing, real competition, and a new kind of experience they're calling the OG Outlaws Live Racing Series. And let me tell you, it's about time. Let's rewind for a second. Remember those early days of Street Outlaws, back in 2011 and 2012? That raw, gritty energy when the 405 ruled the list. And every Monday night felt like a high-stakes battle with horsepower and pride on the line? Yeah, that feeling. Somewhere along the line, with the rise of no prep kings and speed promotions, some of that original street magic faded for a lot of fans. Well, guess what? It's coming back. And not just in spirit. In real life, on actual tracks across the country, with a schedule that's shaping up to be absolutely epic. We're talking side-by-side matchups with the very guys that started it all. That's what OG Outlaws Live is all about. So here's the scoop. This isn't just a nostalgic promo. This is real racing, organized, accessible, and designed to put the OGs back in front of the fans and the racers. Doc, Monza, Dominator, Jerry Bird, Bobby Ducote. They're not just showing up for autographs. They're coming to throw down. And if you've got a ride that can hang, you might just get the chance to line up next to one of them. Now, let's break it down. This new series, OG Outlaws Live, is structured around a few key classes: daily driver, small tire, hard tire, and a 7.0 index class. That's a smart move. It opens up the field to racers from all walks of life. Whether you've got a fast street car, a dialed-in bracket setup, or you're just looking to get your feet wet in competitive racing, there's a spot for you. And that's the beauty of it. It's inclusive, it's fun, and it's real. The first event we're looking forward to is happening at Twin City Raceway, and it's already creating buzz. Doc, Monza, Dominator, Jerry Bird, and Bobby Ducote will be headlining the event, and they might not be the only ones. Word is, more names from the OG era could be added. That's right, don't be surprised if someone like Chuck Satzinger or even Reaper makes an appearance. We're not just getting a race, we're getting a full-on 405 reunion tour. Even better? These events are open to the public. You don't need a TV deal to line up next to Dominator. You don't need to qualify for a series. You just need a car that fits the class and the courage to show up. That's what made the OG days so electric. Anybody could be a somebody if they had the guts to race the best. Now let's talk about the why. Why is this happening now? Well, here's the truth. With the changes in the Street Outlaws franchise and speed promotions narrowing its field, a lot of fan-favorite racers got left on the sidelines. These were guys who helped build the brand, who helped define what real street racing looked like, and they were suddenly gone from the big stage. But instead of hanging up their helmets, they're bringing the action straight to the fans. One of the next big stops for OG Outlaws Live is August 2nd. Mark your calendars. Doc and Monza will be there again, and it's set to be a big event with all the same race classes: daily driver, small tire, hard tire, and that crowd-pleasing 7.0 index. These guys aren't playing around. They're not just showing up once, they're building something. A new series that could fill the gap that many fans have been feeling in recent seasons. Let's also be real here. These appearances are about more than racing. They're about connection. Fans have been clamoring for a chance to see their OG heroes in person, to watch them do what they do best, and maybe even get a selfie or a chat in the pits. This series creates that opportunity. It's intimate, it's personal, and it brings racing back to its roots: cars, competition, and community. And let me just say, this could be the start of something much bigger. Imagine this gaining momentum, expanding to even more tracks, pulling in more racers from the Street Outlaws universe. Imagine a full OG tour across the country, with every stop being a chance to race, to watch legends in action, and to keep the street spirit alive. Now, what's especially exciting is the fact that these OG Outlaws aren't holding back. From what we've heard, Doc's daily driver build is no slouch. Monza's always had a reputation for pushing his cars to the limit, and Dominator has been quietly working behind the scenes, dialing in one of the nastiest small tire setups we've seen in years. These guys aren't showing up just for nostalgia. They're bringing the heat and planning to win. Another thing to consider is how this new format brings a new layer of strategy. In traditional NPK-style events, racers know the track prep, they've got the same format every race, and things get predictable. But OG Outlaws Live? That's a different animal. Different tracks, varying prep, real street-style strategy. That unpredictability means skill and experience matter more than ever. And the OGs have both in spades. What's also refreshing is how this isn't about big budget teams or corporate sponsors. It's about grassroots racing. You could be wrenching on your car in your own garage, then next weekend, lining up against someone who helped build the Street Outlaws franchise. That's not something that happens in NPK or Pro Mod circles very often. This series levels the playing field and gives everyone a shot at greatness. You know what else I love about this series? The fans are part of it. You're not sitting in the bleachers watching an overproduced, heavily edited race for TV. You're trackside, in the pits, shaking hands with legends. You're watching real passes, real cars, and real competition, without the filters. That kind of access and authenticity is something fans have been begging for. And now we're getting it. There's also talk of this series becoming something even bigger, possibly evolving into a national tour if fan response is strong. That means if the stands are packed, the cars show up, and the vibe is right, we could see the OG Outlaws Live Series going coast to coast. Imagine Doc and Dominator pulling into your local strip. That's not just racing, that's history in the making. And let's not forget the educational side of this. These OGs have forgotten more about street and track racing than most people will ever know. Just being in the pits or walking by during test and tune can give you more insight than 100 YouTube tutorials. These guys are walking masterclasses in tuning, tire strategy, and track reading. The amount of knowledge you can soak up just by being there is priceless. Now, if you're wondering whether this is a one-off gimmick, don't. These guys are serious. They're building schedules, planning appearances, and testing cars. Dominator isn't the kind of racer who does anything halfway. And if you follow Doc for any length of time, you know he's got that all-in attitude every time he straps into a car. Monza? Quiet killer. Always has been. These guys are seasoned, and they're not showing up unless they're ready to take wins. But what I'm most excited about is how this creates a new platform for the next generation of racers. Young guns who grew up watching Street Outlaws now have a shot to actually race against the very legends they idolized. That's how the cycle continues. That's how we keep the culture alive, not just by watching, but by participating. This series has the potential to reignite the heart of street-style drag racing. It's a chance to reconnect with the roots of Street Outlaws, to bring the competition back to the people, and to remind everyone that racing didn't start with big lights and cameras. It started in the streets, on back roads, and at hometown tracks, with passion as the fuel. So if you've ever dreamed of racing with the big dogs, or just seeing them live, burning rubber, and laying it all on the line, this is your moment. Support the series. Show up. Bring your car. Bring your friends. Cheer loud. Film it. Post it. Be part of it. Because this is not just a comeback, it's a movement.